Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we were chatting with our squad mates again. Jacob asked us to find the ship that his father served on, and I said something rather cruel about Jacob. I said he was too boring to be the Varen fucker, and I feel guilty about that. I'm so sorry, Jacob. I'm so sorry, Jacob. You are too good to be the Varen fucker. You would not debase yourself or the Varen in that manner. Though you've got to be honest, being a Varen fucker, whilst terrible, is also very interesting. That would be a very interesting aspect of someone's personality, and yeah, Jacob doesn't have that. I feel so badly for Jacob. He rather reminds me of Sebastian from Dragon Age 2, where you're just kind of like, he's there. He exists. Meh. Like, I feel so badly for Jacob. Compared to everyone else, he's so easy to overlook. Like I said, I'm sorry I said you were too boring to be a Varen fucker. I do apologize, you are too good to be a Varen fucker. Now, I just want to check that he doesn't have anything else to say.
I hope we can clear up what's going on with the Gernsback, Commander. Doubt my father's alive after all this time. Was there anything else? Just eager to get going.
Okie doke. Yeah, just checking.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Okay, good
We'll
stuff.
talk later.
Commander.
Now, if I remember correctly, it was just Miranda who wanted to speak. However, I just want to pop back to Mordin. A few episodes ago, Mordin was talking about the genophage, and, you know, I was giving my thoughts. Someone in the comments revealed that apparently the Krogan are egg layers. Now, this was very surprising to me, as there has been absolutely no reference to that. There was no reference to the Krogan being egg layers in Mass Effect 1, and there hasn't been so far in Mass Effect 2, and this person said, oh, well, it's in the Mass Effect 2 Codex entry, but it's mainly spoken about in Mass Effect 3. Now, I know if you have played through the entire franchise and you know it inside and out, I know it can be frustrating listening to people talk who only have parts of the information. But please don't do that. Please don't fill in the gaps of my knowledge with information gleaned from games that I haven't played yet. Please don't do that. I want to get the knowledge when the game gives it to me, so please don't do that. Also, just to prove my point, because I looked, we do have the Krogan biology Codex entry. There is absolutely no mention of the Krogan being egg layers yet. Literally, the rare Krogan females capable of bringing a child to term, that implies that they are live births. There is literally nothing about Krogans being egg layers, and I ended up looking up, like, where is this information? From what I can gather, it is entirely from Mass Effect 3. Now, I know that isn't a major spoiler out like that, it doesn't really affect the game, but please don't do that. Please don't give information, even if it doesn't seem like it's much. Please don't try and fill in the gaps of my knowledge with information from the third game. I want to experience the game as and when it gives me that information. If it wasn't revealed in Mass Effect 2, then I don't want to know. If it was a case of like, oh, it was revealed in Mass Effect 1, but you didn't pick the right dialogue options, then that would be fair, but that isn't the case. This is knowledge that I don't have access to yet, because it's in a game I haven't gotten to. It just... Like I said, I know that wasn't a major spoiler, it just left a rather nasty taste in my mouth. I understand that it can be difficult listening to someone who doesn't have a full grasp on the situation, but please don't post spoilers that are from the third game. Okay, just... There we go, thank you. Now then, Miranda. Miranda. Also, the Varen fucker. Someone on the ship is fucking a Varen. And I think I have an idea who it is. You know, let's just speak with Kasumi. Why not? We're here. We can have a chat with everyone.
Hey, got a minute?
Oh.
Mess Sergeant Gardner might just be an evil genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal. I'm not really sure what to do with myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship. Not a lot of people go in and out of Dr. Chakwa's office, other than to get medical attention, I mean. I hear you shared a drink with her. That's really nice. I imagine with all that's happened, old friends are becoming a luxury.
Oh, they really are. They really are.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okie doke. Now then, seeing as Kasumi was the one to bring up Mess Sergeant Gardner, I reckon he's the Varen fucker. I reckon...
Rupert put the new supplies to good use.
Okay, thank you. I wouldn't eat them, though. I wouldn't eat them. Now then, Scalich has been brought aboard the Normandy. That would imply that multiple people have it. I seem to recall Mess Sergeant Gardner mentioning that he doesn't always wash his hands when he's preparing the food. I'm telling you, he's scratching his balls and then he's kneading the dough. I'm telling you, no one eat the food. I reckon it's him. I reckon it's him with the Scalich. Don't eat it. Order takeout. Order space Uber. Like, I don't care. Just don't eat the food. I am concerned. I am very, very concerned.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Yeah. Naomi views Miranda now that she's gotten to know her a bit. Naomi views Miranda as a groomed child, almost. You know, she was a child. Her father invited Cerberus into their home, or, into their lives at the very least. Her father was donating to Cerberus. The fact that Miranda knew, oh yeah, I can run away and join Cerberus, she had to have been speaking to someone. She had to have had a direct contact, someone that she knew would provide her with, shelter. And again, she was a child. That is real fucking creepy. The idea that this random person could have been like, oh yeah, Cerberus is great. Oh, if you ever need a place to stay, come with us, little girl. Come with us, it'll be fine. You don't need to pay attention to your dad. Oh, you don't like him, do you? Well, no, we agree with you. Like, it just strikes me as... No. No, Naomi views Miranda as a groomed child. She was taken in by Cerberus when she was young and vulnerable. Like, she deserves sympathy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What is wrong?
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Illium, safe and hidden from my father.
Oh. Why are you telling me this? Well, clearly something has changed.
So you think your father's tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Illium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Did your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it's... I've mentioned this before. Naomi reckons she could get Jacob out of Cerberus because he doesn't seem particularly loyal. Miranda seems more fanatical. She's a groomed child. She believes that Cerberus have rescued her, that they're protecting her sister. Miranda seems fanatically loyal. And Naomi, like I said, now that she's like, oh shit, she's a groomed child, that's what's going on with her, damn. On one hand, Naomi's like, I would love to be able to convince her to leave Cerberus. I don't know if I can. If I'm trying to do that with Jacob, I should at least try and do the same with Miranda, but to be honest, Naomi doesn't think that's gonna work. Miranda has too many reasons to be grateful to Cerberus, even if they are reasons that came out of them grooming her. Of course we're gonna try and help. We're gonna try and help. If we can help her find a reason to leave Cerberus, then we're gonna do it. But I don't know how confident Naomi is in that.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Illium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nurse Astra docking bay.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we can absolutely do that, madam. Absolutely. Can I? There we go.
If we have time, I'd like to go to Illium and relocate my sister's family.
Can you tell me more about relocating your sister?
My father is after my sister. I've kept her hidden for years, but his agents have tracked her to Illium. I need to help her. You remember what I told you about father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection.
Okay, so this is just repeating. I thought it might be new information. My apologies.
I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Illium, safe and hidden from my father.
Yeah, I do apologize. I thought it might have just been a little recap. I didn't realize it was going to go over it again.
So you think your father's tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Illium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Illium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nurse Astra docking bay.
I was gonna say, are we gonna get more Paragon points for that? No, the game was like, no, you can't trick me. You can't trick me like that. Okay. Okay, fair dues, game. Fair dues.
Shepard, need me for something?
Any thoughts?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Okie doke.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
And Chakwas, have you got anything to say? Do you have any opinions on the Scale-Lich that has infected the Normandy?
How may I help you, Commander?
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander?
You have to imagine that she'd know. You'd have to imagine that she'd know, that she'd bring it up to Morden like, hey, Professor, I'm a little bit concerned. Everyone's been coming to me with what I think is Scale-Lich. That can't be right.
What's wrong?
They lost contact with New Canton. Might be the Collectors.
Did your family get out of there?
I don't know. There's no communications yet.
I'm sure they're safe. You'll see.
Oof. Oh, I am sorry, sir. I am sorry, sir, if your family are not okay. And again, we might as well just check in with everyone. They might have stuff to say, even if they don't have any you know, any missions for us. They might have stuff they want to talk about.
Back for another lesson. Tough fight on Horizon. I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that. Some slavers took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old. She'd have had no chance on Horizon.
Still, at 8, she was able to fight her way out. Damn.
Get a knife stuck in the right way, and you can pull that plate right off a Krogan's head. It's the best way to get a Krogan to talk. The threat of it drives him mad.
Interesting. Interesting, but please don't touch Naomi. No touchy.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Okay, good to know. No, not you. I wanted to run.
It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's
to Grunt.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Okay, that's nice. I didn't want to speak to you.
Shepard.
Yeah, anything you want to talk about?
Just checking in. Making sure you're acclimatizing.
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Oh, I remember Shiagar. I remember reading about her in the Codex. Yeah. Why is that funny?
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Oh no! Baby, no! Baby's first hatred! We shouldn't have taken him to the prison. We should have made his first day trip to like a field or something. Let him play with some rabbits. Oh. Oh, buddy, no. No, you shouldn't hate the Turians. Hating individuals, that's fine, but don't hate an entire species.
I don't know if I'll be coming down here for these talks anymore.
Whatever. Don't have to be friends to fight good enemies. Just thought you'd like to know I'm finding reasons for my own battles.
Buddy, no. Buddy.
Shepard.
Just checking in. Making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
He sounded so proud. Just, I hate the Turians. I thought you'd be happy. I'm like, oh, buddy, no. No.
I just heard. The collectors hit the Ferris Fields colony. Everyone's gone.
Shit. We're going to make those dirty buggers pay. What can we do for you, Commander?
Okay, again, just checking.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Okay. You two do you. That's so cool. That's so cool. And down below... Anything new with Jack? How you doing, love?
Hey. Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I mean... I wouldn't joke about that. Naomi doesn't really give a shit about this ship, so if you wanted to, like, sure, why not?
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it sounds like Jack has been used her entire life. First by Cerberus, and then... It seems by most people she encountered afterwards. It was the only relationship that she ever really knew, one where she was used. She probably doesn't trust anyone, why would she?
You must have met some good people, too.
Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson, done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Yeah, what was the vandalism?
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
Fair play. Fair play.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
You were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
Here's what I'm thinking. Naomi was in a gang in her youth, and she has absolutely done half of that list. Naomi has absolutely murdered people when she was younger. If she was told, A, this person is pissing me off, I need you to go and take care of them. Taking care of them meaning put a bullet in their head. Naomi would do it. Naomi would absolutely do it because that's what she had to do to survive. The gang was her only form of stability, safety. It wasn't until she got a little older that she kind of realized, oh shit, this is actually just a bunch of bullshit. None of us are stable, none of us are safe. No one really cares about anyone other than themselves. We say we're a family, we're not. I need to get out of here before I end up dead. Naomi has done some awful shit in her time before she joined the military. She has done some awful, awful shit. Would she say she regrets it? I can't answer that. I don't think I can answer that. Because she'd do the exact same. If she had the choice to live her life over, I don't think she'd change much. Those experiences formed her into what she is. Those experiences made her a survivor. That is the only reason she is still here. Because she had to go through all of that bullshit as a child. There were good people that got hurt or worse, and she regrets that. Like, I think to some degree she regrets some of it, not all of it. Like I said, those experiences made her into who she is, and she likes who she is. But there are bits that she regrets.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. So fuck you. And thanks for asking.
Hey. Here's the thing, I think Naomi respects that answer. You know, the only reason I am still here is because of instinct, and as such, I'm not going to change. I think Naomi's like, hey, I 100% get that. The only reason I am here is because of my survival instincts, and I hone them doing awful shit for gangs, so I completely get you.
Hey.
And again, just to double check.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
Okay, fair dues.
I should go.
Yep.
Okie doke. Now then. I am just about out of time for this episode. Let's head back up to the captain's cabin. Make sure that I've fed my fish. We'll read some codex entries. And then after that... I do hope he can't overfeed the fish. I really hope he can't overfeed them. I think what I'm going to do, my rough plan, if I remember correctly. Also, before I forget, what do we have? We have 2 points. Yeah, let's grab some of that. Lovely jubbly. Now then, let's see. We do have so we can go to Illium, and we know that Liara is on Illium. However, if I remember correctly, Lair of the Shadow Broker is one of the DLCs that should be completed after the main game. Mass Effect 2 is a bit like Dragon Age Inquisition. The game doesn't end after the final boss. You can continue doing, you know, quests. And I know that it's Lair of the Shadow Broker and... where is it? Arrival, that's the one that should be done after the main quest. So yeah, I would like to speak to Liara. I'd really like to speak to Liara, but we won't be doing Lair of the Shadow Broker. So my goal, I think... So yeah, we can collect Tali, the Justicar, Samara, and the Assassin Thane. So I think what I'm going to do... Okay, so you're on Illium. You're on Illium. And you're in death-controlled space. So my thought was, pick up these 3. We can do Miranda's side quest. And then I think I'm gonna go do the Normandy mission. I think we're gonna go to the Normandy crash site. That is my plan for what I want to do next. Now then, codex entries. Yes, something new here.
Hovering tanks resembling a cross between an octopus and a giant crab. Praetorians are well-armored killing machines of mysterious origin. Praetorians employ redundant systems from the multiple humans encased within them. Armed with eye-mounted particle beams and capable of attacks at close range, they teleport to evade attack while regenerating their shields. Within hours after death, the organic components of Praetorian corpses disintegrate into a denatured pus, while their mechanisms turn to ash. One specimen, autopsied within minutes of death, reveals a clue. Nanomachines may disintegrate the Praetorians' organic and mechanical components before self-destructing. If correct, this self-rendering hypothesis could account for 3 documented cases of dead Praetorians apparently releasing or becoming clouds of neurotoxic gases, causing suffocating paralysis and nearly instant death. In one remote facility, 17 soldiers died from gas inhalation while assessing the Praetorian. Any personnel in the vicinity of dead Praetorians are urged to protect themselves with breathing apparatus.
That is terrifying. That is terrifying. I'm loving the body horror aspect of Mass Effect 2. I'm really liking that. Okay, that was you. Anyone else? Okay, no. Okay. Arrival, the Reaper's Secret. Planet, Aratot. Nothing is impossible, says the hegemony propaganda poster that depicts a muscular Batarian miner under an Aratot sky, his rebreather held away from his face as if he's just taken it off. The image sums up millions of man-hours of labor on the Batarian planet and represents, or misrepresents, much of its history. 2 decades ago, Aratot, like several planets in the Skyllian Verge, was claimed by both humans and Batarian governments, but the Alliance backed out after learning about the atmosphere's dangerously low pressure and oxygen levels. Instead, they concentrated their colonial efforts on planets that could support human life without the aid of domed habitats and rebreathers. Human governments saw it as a wise move. Batarians saw it as cowardly. The Batarians rose to the colonization challenge, shipping in large numbers of laborers. They took the high financial costs and casualties due to accidents or logistical snafus in stride. Large-scale dumping of cyanobacteria has increased the oxygen in the atmosphere by a fraction of 1%, a modest increase that the hegemony trumpets as a sign of their eventual victory. Short-term profits on Aratot are largely made in the minerals sector through mining the extremely metal-rich planetary crust. The dark side to the mining does not appear on the propaganda poster. The majority of laborers are indentured servants or slaves. Aratot is rumoured to have military bases on its surface and throughout its solar system, though details are heavily restricted by the hegemony's Ministry of Information Control. Human merchant ships rarely come to the planet, outcompeted by local companies that benefit from heavy economic protections. The average Aratot citizen only sees humans on the news, usually featured in stories of trials and executions of accused spies. We do need to get to this. Although once we've dealt with the collectors, then we shall get to this. Okay, Citadel and Galactic Government. Citadel Council. The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165. Lovely. Alrighty then, and I am gonna bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, it looks like we are heading to Illium. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.